Achad, Shema, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahasam Kakodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstar with will, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David B. Lake. I'm Zahab, Spiritual Lawyer, and today I want to go into a topic entitled, why we're always eating. Why we are always eating. All right, this is a health topic. In some words, I say it might trigger the algorithm, and the live stream might eventually get removed. You know how that goes. But one thing that I read about, I saw a documentary on. This doctor breaking down why people overeat, and he was basically saying, this is years ago, but he was basically saying that your body needs nutrients. Your body needs the periodic table. Vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Your body needs copper, zinc, iron, magnesium, manganese, your potassium. It needs the periodic table because we're made of the earth, and within the earth are the elements. The Wisdom of Solomon in the 7th chapter, it tells you about the operation of the elements. Are the same elements that make electricity in this man's kingdom are the same elements that make electricity within your body. All right. It's a form of technology. All right. So when you eat an orange, you eat an apple, you're eating life, you're eating the elements, you're eating a form of electricity in a way, you see? All right, you're eating living elements, entities, you see? All right, which bring life into your body. And what happens is, because the standard American diet is a nutrient deficient way of eating. It's filled with macronutrients, but not micronutrients. It's filled with fat, protein, and carbs, but it usually is negligent in, vitamins, minerals, nutrients. You see, and when your body needs these vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, you tend to binge eat. You tend to overeat. All right, and what happens is you go through the hustle and bustle through your day to day. You work a job, and the reality is your job is going off of fuels. Your job is going off of fumes, all right? And the fume is created from the food you eat. So if your job causes you to, burn a lot of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients because your body as a machine is you going off these fumes, which came from the way you ate, that can eventually lead to you having deficiencies, man. All right? I have reason to believe that, because you might sweat a lot on the job. I think you release a lot of sodium. I have to go back and look that up. But that's like a lot of times you like salty stuff. All right, you like salty stuff. You might like chips and fries because you might have depleted yourself that today of sodium. All right. But the reason why Jake overeats and a lot of times, and the reason why Jake binge eat, because he eats junk food, right? And then the junk food is junk food because it has no nutrients. And if your body is depleted of nutrients, you're really looking for the nutrients in your food, whether you're conscious of it or not. All right. So a lot of times the reason why Jake is overeating or binge eating because you're really depleted of nutrients. You're depleted of minerals. All right, your body doesn't need man-made food. Your body is looking for the elements within the food that Yahweh produces. Okay? Your body is looking for the elements, the nutrients in the food that Yahweh produces, and it's going to extract those nutrients. All right? It's going to extract the amino acids. It's going to extract those micronutrients, man. It's going to utilize those nutrients and supply it to the cells in the body. Okay? Tells you that a man, a cheerful heart will have care of his meat and diet. Part of that care is considering the benefit of the things that you put into your body, as opposed to just consuming man-made products for pleasure. All right. opposed to consuming man-made products for pleasure. All right. Now, granted, as I segue into what we're supposed to eat, you know, because of the Industrial Revolution, because of European colonization, all right, because of the lack of keeping the land Shabbat, all right, within the Western Hemisphere, the food that Yahweh produces is depleted in nutrients, it's stripped of nutrients. Nonetheless, it still trumps other man-made products when it comes to health, okay? But we eat fruits, vegetables, leafy greens, you eat nuts and seeds, all right? They're rich in vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, man. And of course, within our culture, we ate a lot of fish, all right? You have to be selective with that, all right? Everything you eat, you really have to be selective, all right? But, you know, the fish is known for omega-3 fatty acids, okay, along with protein or whatever, okay? But the point is, just from anecdotal experiences, when you eat fruit and nuts on a regular, because it's rich in nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, I tend to realize that it kills those cravings in you, all right? Because we all eat food, we all eat, and when we eat what's in front of us. But there's a difference between eating for satisfaction and eating because you inadvertently have a mineral deficiency. You subconsciously are eating because you have a food deficiency, and that's why you're overeating. You have to remember, your stomach is the size of a fist. I think it could go from anywhere between 2 ounces. It can fit anywhere between 2 ounces of food to 32 ounces worth of food. But it has a high expansion rate. But you're not eating that much in quantity because that's the capacity that you need, because your stomach is the size of a fist. You're eating that much in a lot of cases because you have a nutrient deficiency. Not to mention, Esau Edom, he puts chemicals in the food that release your dopamine on a surplus level to cause you to continue to buy his product, all right? He puts the additives in the food so you can start overeating, all right? Because it's basically a drug. Esau turns food into drugs, man. But also, along with that, it's stripped of nutrients, so you're gonna always be hungry. Nowhere in the Bible does it say we ate 3 times a day, all right? But what I've experienced is that fruits and nuts are high in minerals, and nuts have a high fat content. If you eat nuts that's high in fat, you eat food that's high in fat, natural fat, all right, it keeps you full longer, all right? So you're eating the fruits, which fruits keep you hydrated. Are they good for bowel movements because of their fiber content? But most importantly, they got the copper, the zinc, the iron. It's really like a form of vitamin water because most fruit are majority water. You still drink spring water and things of that nature, all right? But fruit is majority water, but it's like a vitamin water, all right? You know, he chose, it's like drinking vitamin water, okay? So, with that being said, it's good to consume fruit and nuts throughout the day, all right, in between meals or before you eat your meal, whatever may have you. So you can put those minerals in your body, all right? So when you do eat your main course meal, all right, your main course meals, all right, you don't tend to overeat. You know what I'm saying? The fact that your stomach is about the size of a fist, and it could carry anywhere between 2 ounces of food to 32 ounces of food. You have to ask yourself, why do you keep going for multiple servings? All right, sometimes you might go to a feast or a cookout and, hey, brothers cook their ass off, man, and you can't help but to get another plate, man. But a lot of times, like I said, especially when you are someone who exercises or you've been working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, yeah, you're going to be mineral deficient. You're going to be mineral deficient in a lot of cases. So sometimes Jake tend to overeat to compensate for that mineral loss. But what I'm saying is, through the spirit, is that if you eat foods that's high in minerals, all right, high in vitamins, minerals, nutrients, like fruits, nuts, vegetables. All right, you're gonna find out that you're gonna satisfy those cravings because you're fueling yourself with the elements of the earth that your body was really craving in the first place. You're gonna find out that these bodies, they weren't designed to consume mass quantities of food to thrive. I didn't say to survive, but these bodies weren't designed. They're designed for fasting and feasting, but on the regular, you're gonna find out that you don't need large quantities of food to sustain yourself. All right, you just need you really need those vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and those macronutrients like protein, fat, carbs, which you can find inside of nuts. All right, especially fat and protein, which those are things that keep you full longer, keep you satisfied longer. You see? You know? But that's just my thought. You know, something I want to express. Those are my spirit. Because I had bought one of those suja juices, and the particular variety of it was called the Mighty Dozen, and it had all type of different leafy green extracts within it. Then that same day I had bought some cherries, because the cherries are in season, and I was snacking on almonds that day. Now, I don't always eat like that. Sometimes I slip, I'm just gonna be frank, but that day I was eating like that, and I noticed that the next day when it was time to eat, I just didn't eat a lot. You know, I think that I had filled my tank with a lot of nutrients and minerals, you know, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, to where, because I'm a brother that when I eat, I like to eat. But I noticed that I just couldn't consume a lot because I feel that I perceived that my tank, my food reservoir was filled with the right elements, with the right nutrients. Yeah. And I believe that's a sign that you are slightly deficient for the day. I'm not saying like it's a disease, although mineral deficiency can cause diseases. A lot of diseases are rooted in mineral deficiencies. A lot of times we just don't eat real fast like that. Because really you missing elements. They say if a horse is mineral deficient, it might start chewing on the wood because it wants some of the minerals that's in that tree bark that creates the wood. All right, you know. But you as a human, they say like when a woman is pregnant with a child, that child is consuming so much of the mother's food through its umbilical cord that a lot of times the woman is literally eating for two. She has these crazy appetites. She has these crazy appetites because those crazy cravings are a sign of deficiencies, because that child is inside of her is taking a lot of her nutrients, which is natural. The child has to grow within her womb. Really, there's no such thing as a fetus. All right, that's a way of dehumanizing a child, man. No such thing as a fetus. The word fetus is not in the Bible. All right, but when you say I will abort this fetus, it's a euphemism, and it takes away the reality of what you're doing with this baby. But really, there's a baby inside that mother's womb, and the reason why that woman has all type of crazy cravings, because that's a sign of a deficiency, because she has that child consuming all those nutrients through that umbilical cord. All right. Okay. But that's pretty much the point, man. And we have to be careful. Like if you work at these warehouses, you work at these damn plants, you know, you don't really have autonomy like that. You might not be able to go out, get something to eat, or you might not have meal prep. You have to be careful, because a lot of times when you don't have food prepared, you tend to either get food at the snack machine, or you might go to the quickest gas station down the street from the job, and it's nothing but a Chester's chicken. And then when you start consuming it, I know for myself, if I start consuming something like that, because of the chemicals they have put in it, it's hard to stop consuming it. But then you messed up your internal digestive system, you know? Shalom. But that's pretty much all I have, man. You know, why we eat the way we do. Why do we eat the way we do? The answer to that is because a lot of us have mineral deficiencies because of the jobs we work. And over a period of time, you slowly might be deficient in nutrients. You know what I mean? Over a period of time. But, you know, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Havashai, Bahashem Kahakudash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Abba, Kamya Shalom, Shalom.